That's nice.
Okay, hey, good evening, thanks very much for being here. I know I promised that we'd start at 6 o'clock, so this is close. And it's a very limited amount of time. Again, thanks very much for taking the time to be here. So what I want to do, and this is an exercise that's designed as kind of part brainstorming, also part prioritizing, is getting ideas for Ad Club for next year, and then also kind of prioritizing what those might be. So what we have here is kind of, it's sort of a very non-circular, in a way, kind of a target, okay? The exercise you could call it is what's on your radar. So I've divided this bullseye up into 3 areas. There's tertiary, secondary, and primary. Primary is the most important thing. So the most important things that you can think of that you would like to see Ad Club doing for you. And it's totally up to you. So think about what are my priorities, what would I like to get out of Ad Club next year. And then there's secondary and then there's tertiary. Simply because you would label something or put something in a tertiary category doesn't mean it's not important, it's just not as important to you. And it doesn't necessarily rule out that activity as something that Ad Club would take on. Also, this is just kind of a, like I said, brainstorming, prioritizing session. So it's what we call it, non-binding for next year. So we'll probably sort of take all of this together and discuss it a little bit and then hand it off to the nice folks who are on the executive board and let them do with it what they will. So I've also divided this into a number of segments, including any kind of on-campus projects. So for example, when that nice fella, Ryan Knott, came and talked to us about BU Laughter Live, on-campus projects or partnerships with groups, with the Students Public Relations Society Association. There could be off-campus projects. Earlier in the year, those folks from the Pekin Men's Civic Choir came by. So those are projects that we could potentially see as being an activity. Fundraising is one area. Field trips. Again, field trips could be we go and visit agencies or folks here in Peoria. We could go to Chicago, Indianapolis, St. Louis. Simply, in some way getting off campus as an organized group. Guest speakers. We could be inviting guest speakers either in person or even Skyped in from anywhere with the agency. There's also professional development, and this could be things like I'm bringing in my portfolio to be critiqued, or my resume, or we may have guest speakers who could handle that as well. And then social events. I don't know, maybe the agency wants to go out and do something fun, bowling, I don't know what. And then there's other ideas that you might have that you don't think necessarily fall into any of this. So what I'd like you to do is take a few minutes and with the sticky notes that you have, and you don't have to use all of them, and if you want more, you can have those. Write down ideas that you might have for any of these, and then as you would like, come up and put them somewhere on this diagram. So if you would, go ahead. Do you have any questions? And feel free to be as specific as you would like to. For example, field trips. Yes, I want to go visit Starcom Media in Chicago, or some other place in Indianapolis, or any other agency that you know of. So be as specific as you would like to be. Lizzie, could I pick on you first?
Yeah.
Hey, would you go up and maybe put some of those sticky notes up on the board about where you think they might fall?
Alright. I did these upside down. That's okay.
I did that too. They were like every other way. I was like, okay.
It's fine.
I'll just be happy if they stick to the board. Didn't test that before we got started, probably.
Kind of. Okay.
Do you want us to say what they are as they go up there?
Yeah, well, once they're up
Sorry,
there, we
I
can talk
just-
about them. No,
I
that's
even have
great.
glasses on my face and I can't read them.
Should I read them or should I like?
Do
Can you
it.
see it from there?
Yeah, you can see it.
I don't know. Very kind of.
Well, some of you young people can't. What'd you
I
put
know,
up
I'm like
there?
struggling to read it all, but I,
Okay, well for off campus, I put like maybe reach out to like local nonprofits because I feel like that's kind of something like I want to kind of gain experience with that to help out with like events or fundraising or social media or like I don't know whatever they need. I thought that like in terms of like a local sphere. Field trips, I thought maybe like Leo Burnett because it's like one of the biggest agencies and I hear it's like it's kind of hard to get in there, so I don't know if that would be doable or not, but I mean, we could try. Social events, just something like I get to know each other better, especially once we recruit a new member, just like a bowling night or a game night or something that like we could actually talk, like not like movies or stuff, something that will actually like get us to, get to know each other. And then for on-campus projects, I put like maybe help like new or like struggling clubs and organizations with like recruitment or social media and events. Just I know a lot of the organizations I've heard like are kind of struggling like to stay alive because there's just so many and people don't have a lot of time to commit. So just helping with like recruitment and keeping that, stabilized. So yeah.
Okay,
nice.
cool. All right. Lizzie, thanks very much. Who would like to go next?
I don't care.
Michaela, awesome, thank you.
Okay. So now where to put them up on the board is a greater question. Okay, so I guess we'll put this in other. Team building for like exec and other parts of the club, like again, just to get to know each other and then like when new exec like takes over for them to bond. Activities at each start of the semester, similar to Lizzie's. And then for guest speakers, I put speakers from different jobs and companies to get a better understanding, like per job. I know you had the guest speaker from StarCom, which is media, but like that's still something we could all do, and I didn't necessarily know that besides from class, so I feel like just getting different people from different parts. I know my aunt works for Zebra. I don't know if you know them.
No.
They're like, it's not like communications related at all, but she's their communications coordinator. So she works for them, they're a technology company, but she does all their presentations and puts it together for people. So I think just knowing different parts of different companies could also be interesting. Do like a job or intern search night for different parts of
Cool.
the semester. Field trips, I put just going to different types of offices, like it doesn't always have to be an agency, in case we don't want to do that. And then this could be in between those two. So your guest speaker also talked about Excel. We don't offer an Excel course here at Bradley, but she said that we would need that in the future. So maybe like doing different programs, I don't know. I know Excel, we can obviously do like a workshop thing on like a TED Talk or something, but different
Cool.
medias. And then we're on campus projects. I think we need to promote ourselves because we don't have much of a Facebook page or an Instagram or anything, so if people look us up to see what we're about, we look kind of sad.
All right, awesome, thank you very much, Michaela. Tyler, how you feeling about things?
Sure.
Thanks.
so like Michaela had said, I said that we should promote ourselves. Just I was looking on our social media as well, and that was a little lacking. And with that, just like social media in general, just trying to reach more people with interactivity. And I said to visit an agency with different types of jobs and stuff like that. So if someone was more interested in media, they could do that, or like creative side, resume workshop, where we could critique resumes, create resumes if we don't know how to do that, get feedback from other people, and then also kind of a social event, kind of a just in-club event, an ad creation challenge. Maybe do like 10 minutes, 15 minutes during the meeting, just work on an advertisement, just for funsies.
All right, cool. Thanks, Tyler. Mandy, Brooke, y'all are thumb wrestling. See who goes next.
Most of mine are repeats, but I can put up slightly different ones.
Thank you.
Okay, for field trips, I said visit Peoria agencies, just because that seems like it's more doable than necessarily like taking a day off of class to go to Chicago or something. For guest speakers, I said alum guest speakers, just because I feel like we can ask them more personal and in-depth questions because they've been where we've been. And then for professional development, I said portfolio and resume workshop as well. And then I also said that we should work on the agency social media accounts, just because that's experience for us working in social media too, and it helps promote us. So.
All right.
I'll go.
John, I skipped right over you. I'm sorry, thank you.
Alright, so this one was Michaela's.
Sorry.
So, do you want to explain it?
I just said like if we did want to go places, like that should be fundraising for us too. Me and John are working on it now, and this is the first time we've fundraised, I guess, as a club, and we had like no direction as to what to go. Yeah, that looks beautiful right there.
Alright, and then kind of going off what everybody else said about guest speakers and field trips. I think meeting people from different departments would be good too. And then also just like, I think going, I know Brooke said not Chicago, but I think Chicago is good too, because like there's so much is there. Then I kind of said, kind of what Gail just said too, getting current fundraiser done. Doing a portfolio stuff and resume workshop would be good. And then helping other organizations on campus like advertise too, because it's kind of what we do, so, yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, John. Mandy, thank you.
Mine are pretty much all repeats, but one was critiquing resumes and portfolios. Also with like creative resumes as well, not just like basic resumes. Visiting an agency, not really like any certain preference there, but just working with other organizations on campus to advertise for them. And then along with Brooke, I also said hearing from like a Bradley alum, because I feel like that's a little bit more like relatable.
Okay. All right. So based on these, we've got our primary ring, our secondary ring, and our tertiary. Primary is, I really want to see this happen next year. Secondary is, well, if we get through all the primary stuff, then secondary. And then tertiary is, well, hey, great, if we can get to it, we get to it. Are there any that you would change, seeing this? Or are there any that came to mind while other people were discussing things, that you didn't write down that you would add to that, or anything you would change?
I think some things are just in secondary because that's where they fit.
That's where the sticky notes fit themselves?
Yeah, I think we
or
all
the
put like
ideas?
going to see a field trip in, not in primary.
Because like physically it didn't fit.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you had to stack them, there's a little bit of room. primary. Which one would you move?
Should I move them?
Yeah, if there's one you would move to primary, absolutely.
I feel like we all said we wanted to go somewhere.
Should I just move all these?
Oh.
Or, yeah.
No.
Is that better?
Awesome. Now we got a lot of stuff to do. Are there any you would take off? Or that you would move out, you'd move farther out?
I think Brooke made a good point by saying like, you can't clearly skip school every single day.
What?
Well, like going
Oh.
to Chicago. So maybe like spacing out, don't redo that, but if we have like 2 trips a year, like have one be local and maybe one be a trip.
Like per year or semester?
Yeah, per semester.
Per semester, okay. So off-campus projects we had some in the secondary ring on campus, some secondary, some tertiary, third tier. Would you change those at all, one way or the other?
I think this ones that are in the primary and the secondary are the ones about us. I could be wrong.
I think so too.
And I think that would be ideal to focus on us first before we focus on others. Wow, that sounds so bad, but that makes sense.
You know what, you gotta put the mask on yourself
Yeah.
first and then take care of the kids.
Exactly.
Right, if we learned nothing else, okay, put your mask on first. Okay, team building for exec and other parts of the club, and creation challenge, social events. Not very high on your list of priorities. Bowling nights,
I think this is the
That's
first
a
one.
great idea, literally.
I was
Great,
Let's go.
I'm all for it.
that's like right now, I'm ready to just draw a brand new primary ring right over
Yeah, I
that.
would put like at least 5 stickers right over there.
I think on the trips though and stuff like that's how I got to get to know a lot of people. Like bonding in the car and doing all that stuff.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's cool.
Like at the lunch and
Yeah,
stuff. Like
yeah.
I feel like that's the first time I even talked to like half of you.
I think it was.
Yeah. We were like, oh hey.
Oh, this fell. Meet people from different departments. Whose was that? Where do you,
That was for like guest speakers.
where am I putting that? I'm sorry.
But
So
it's-
in guest speakers,
Secondary.
where at?
Secondary.
Secondary? Yeah, I mean, we have a marketing department. We've got the PR majors and so forth, so, you know,
I
all
meant
of
what a
that.
guest speaker was.
So guest speakers from other departments here,
Or, I mean, in the fields too.
out in the field, okay. Anything else you would add to this?
Going off of looking on at all those sticky notes, I feel like if we create a calendar for ourselves, that was more like this is what we're doing on this night or whatever, like sign up to come do this or whatever, like I feel like that would bring more of us together. If we had a better idea of like, if I knew we were going over like Excel spreadsheets or whatever on Monday, I would be like, okay, I have to be there. But if I didn't know what was going on, I'd be like, okay, I could probably work on a different project and show up.
Okay, so is that, you should write that
Okay.
down. So like a calendar / club syllabus?
Okay.
That would be kind of cool, then, you know, you could look ahead and kind of know what's going on. But yeah, if you want to write that.
I
and
can
we'll-
do that
and
for
we'll-
you.
Well, no, we'll put that up there.
Okay.
But what is it? Is it primary? Is it secondary? Is it tertiary?
I think that'd probably be primary, because everything would go on
Is it everything else?
Subject to change though. You gotta put that on
We just make that up to get ourselves out of trouble when we schedule something.
there.
that. Good to know.
Just cut.
All right, speed round, 60 seconds. Anything else that you would change? as far as field trips go, would you have any priorities? Chicago, Indianapolis, St. Louis, if we do one Peoria and one outside of Peoria, where would you want to go? Agencies everywhere. We don't need a consensus, just start talking. Just because somebody says one thing doesn't mean, we're not bound by anything, but I'm just curious.
I feel like either Chicago or St. Louis, just at least for me personally.
Okay.
I said Chicago just because like I said, there's so many companies, but I mean, I really don't know. Anywhere. We could find something that would be great.
Okay. Tyler? Arkansas it is. Mandy, what do you think? Anything?
Either Chicago or St. Louis, maybe more so Chicago. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hey, I really, like I said, I very much appreciate y'all coming out. 25 minutes, leaves 5 minutes that you can eat pizza and then get out. No, I'm kidding. You can stay as long as you want until the pizza's gone. So, but thank you very much. I really do appreciate it as far as this exercise goes. So execs, who are exec folks, I'd say if you want, take as many snapshots of this as you would like to, and that way when you get into your planning meetings, it's just kind of fresh in your mind. So, thanks again. Please help yourself to, I think we've got cheese, sausage, and pepperoni. And then Dr. Grace also brought some good stuff
Chips,
too.
popcorns.
Yeah.
Help
So-
yourself.